from a bomb shelter dug deep behind your grandmother's house. The multiple man, Jamie Madrox. The chain smoker, MONOXID. The #1 podcast you've never heard of. Many describe it as better than peanut butter and tuna fish or pineapple on pizza. Let's go now to Jamie and Paul with the Freek Show Podcast. Exclusively on SoundTalentMedia.com.
What's up and welcome to the very first episode of the Freek Show Podcast.
That's right. Us in Sound Talent Media, we give you two options now to watch this. Watch or listen.
That's right.
You can watch it on SoundTalentMedia.com like you're doing right now, or you can listen. Wherever there's a podcast played, there we will sprout.
You stream us on any of those platforms where you listen to your regular old podcast. We'll be there.
But I'll tell you one thing. This ain't your regular old grandma's podcast right here. No, sirree, Bobby.
No, it isn't.
No, this is an extravaganza of entertainment.
Every 2 weeks, Paul and I will be here. I'm Jamie, in case you don't know. That's Paul. We'll be here every 2 weeks.
That's bisexual, right?
What?
Bi-weekly. I'm sorry.
I was just saying yes, bi-weekly. We will be here to titillate your mind and give you entertainments in the form of whimsical treats for your eyes and ear holes.
It's like a mystery trick-or-treat bag. You
true.
reach in there, you don't know what you're going to come out with, but you're probably never going to come out with the same thing twice.
It's true.
But who knows?
And who knows? But we do have a great show planned for you. We got a lot of fun segments that we're going to try on this first episode. We hope they land well on your ear and eye holes. Be sure to let us know in the comments section below. And without further ado,
let's get into some fun.
Yeah!
It's no mystery to everybody that fall is here. Halloween is right around the corner. So we here at the Twiztid Freek Show Podcast decided to put together a list of 5 movies that you need to kind of get your palate ready for All Hallows Eve. So without further ado, here goes that list of 5. Coming in at number 5, the 1988 classic Pumpkinhead, directed by Stan Wilson. I want you to know, Stan Wilson is a creature creator who is synonymous for making some of the ghastliest, most realistic creatures ever known to man. And this 1988 classic was his first debut. And let's just say Pumpkinhead is the epitome of fear. Make sure to put that on your watch list. Coming in at number 4, all the way from 1982, Friday the 13th, Part 3, in 3D. Now, everyone who knows Jason always knows him to have the hockey mask. Well, I'll have you know, little trick-or-treater, was the first time Jason ever donned the iconic hockey mask, taking it from sackhead Jason to the hockey maniac, machete-swinging lunatic we all know. Props to Shelley. He's the one who gave him the mask. If you don't know what I'm talking about, all the more reason why you need to watch this movie right now. Coming in at number 3. Damien Leone directed this, I'm calling it an instant classic. David Howard Thornton stars as the iconic Art the Clown. I am talking about Terrifier. You might have seen it on Netflix. If you haven't, you're doing yourself an absolute disservice. You want to get your fucking blood boiling? Make sure that you watch Terrifier now. It's number 3 on our official list, motherfucker. Coming in at the number 2 selection is what I am calling a new embodiment of the Halloween holiday. It's Trick or Treat, Trick or Treat, released in 2007, and it actually features Anna Paquin. You might know her as Rogue from X-Men, and you might know her as Sookie from True Blood. But in this movie, she is a werewolf, and she is not taking any business from any of you. Little Sam, you give treats, or you get the business. You get tricks. Number 2, Trick or Treat. Make sure you watch it. And now it's time for our number 1 pick. This movie has been a favorite of mine for some years. We are talking about the iconic Halloween 2, all the way from 1981. This was directed by Rick Rosenthal. It was his first time directing. He tried to mimic the patterns and sceneries and flows of Michael Myers from the very first one, from John Carpenter and Deborah Hill's Halloween, the classic, the immortal classic. Money needed to be made, a sequel needed to be made. The movie Universal Company demanded it. And Rick Rosenthal stepped up and he directed a classic. Number 2, Halloween number 2 is the number 1 on this list for our movies to get your palate all ready for Halloween. So trick or treat, and we'll see you next time on Top 5.
And we're back. I gotta say, I only hope that top 5 Halloween little list gets your palate already.
It got mine right, and I'll tell you what, 3 or 5 of those, I'm gonna watch with no clothes on.
What?
Happy Halloween, sucker.
He is going to be buried up to his nipples in candy corns.
That's right,
ladies
absolutely.
and gentlemen.
Speaking of candy corns.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Now, we know. Everybody wonders, what's the best Halloween candy? What can you go into that bag and grab and be like, that's it, that's a jackpot? Well, me and this guy next to us, I think we know what they are. So I picked 4, and he picked 4.
And we call the segment Last One Standing.
Could be anything.
Let's see if you enjoy it.
What's up and welcome back to a brand new segment right here on the Freek Show Podcast called
Last One Standing.
And on this segment, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pick some shit, he's gonna pick some shit, and we're gonna figure it out in a good old-fashioned way of how to eliminate each other's
Kicks in the balls.
topics until we have one last one standing.
This week, Halloween candy. He picked 4, I picked 4. They're gonna battle to the death and only one can stand.
That's right. Go ahead, tell him you're 4.
I picked candy corn. Corn balls, the popcorn balls.
What the fuck?
Delicious. The orange and black wrapped peanut butter taffy that'll rip the molars out of your face.
I actually like those.
And then everybody's favorite, black licorice.
Oh my God. If that didn't gross you out, I picked Heath, Bit O' Honey, the little butterscotch grandma candies.
I love those.
Those are actually. Stop calling them
Grandma
that. What the fuck? And Mounds. You don't get no almond in this. You just get a coconut patty dipped in chocolate. Work it out.
Now, there's only one way to settle this and find a winner. And that's swift kicks in the nuts.
No. Paper, rock, scissors. Come on.
Paper, rock, scissors.
Yes.
That's
the
right.
old school way of paper, rock, scissors. We're going to figure it out right now. Candy corn versus Mounds.
Mounds. Ready, we're going 3, right? 1, 2, 3, then it.
Not one, 2, and on 3 go. 1, 2, 3, then it.
Yes.
Okay.
Ready.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, he beat me. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
Mounds,
for sure he was
baby.
going to go back to paper. He did not. He stutter-stepped it. He snuck a jab.
You gotta stay sharp. Make
All
sure all
right.
you kids on the playing field understand this. All right, here we go.
Let me
He said,
stretch.
wait a minute. I'm getting some sleeve up on this.
All right. Now, second round. Popcorn ball versus the old bit of honey. That's a molar puller outer if I ever seen one as well. Now, again, on the 4th, we go.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2.
God damn it, I fucked it up.
He didn't know there was going to be math.
I had my sleeves up. I was so self-conscious. I'm sorry. Here we go. I tried to get into it and then I fucked it up. Here we go. All right, ready, go. 1, 2, 3,
go. God damn it! His championship reign is rolling through like a thunderous storm.
I think it's because I put my sleeves down.
I didn't bring an umbrella.
I think maybe you should put your sleeves. No, keep your sleeves down.
It's my leg. I didn't stretch the leg, dude. That's what it
Try to
was.
limber up on me. You can't limber up in paper, rock, scissors, guy.
All right, now
All
I'm
right,
gonna put
here
my
we go.
hamstrings into it.
Oh, shit. All right, here we go. Black licorice versus Heath.
Everybody knows black licorice is the best, right?
Everybody knows that Heath is potentially grandparents' candy, but that's why you know it's good, because when you stay at the grandparents' house, you eat what they eat, and you eat good.
Suckies.
Stop calling me God.
Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, go. 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 I did sideways paper.
I was gonna say, what was that? He put a wall on me. He blocked me out with a wall. I'm saying go again.
Rock, paper, scissors, wall.
He said, block out your decision, move it to the forward.
Never in the history have we ever seen that.
I'm gonna say card laid, card played. I'm going with the wall option.
Disqualification. I think you take it. God,
I think it's fair. I'm moving this selection onto the go.
oh my God.
You son of a bitches.
He is running through this like an ATV in a dead cornfield.
You just seen him play a play that has never been played in the history of playing.
Karate chop, it could be wall. Either of those work. But you gotta call in the beginning of the game. You can't be pulling tricky shit like I just tried to pull.
Holy shit. I'm
DQ.
letting it happen because I just think in the fucking game of just chance, he was like, I'm going for it.
I'm bringing
He
some
said
new to the
it.
table.
I'm going for it. Karate chop wall. Learn about it. You ever use it and anybody ever questions, play this footage. It's all documented. Black licorice. Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
The people have spoken.
The court of the people have spoken.
All right. On the board, I had to pull out a trick move. I learned that in the Orients back in the 40s.
Holy shit. I've never seen that before.
Next round, orange, black, wrapped peanut butter taffy. You know what it is.
I do.
It's pulled a tooth out before.
Or grandma butterscotch bottom of the purse goods. Yucky. Stop calling them that.
Here we
All right,
go.
here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.
God damn it. Rolls through. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And I'm actually sorry too, because that was the one selection that I did want of yours to actually advance. I bit myself in the ass by just the prior one, but that's okay.
It is
That's okay.
blood fest.
You are
out here.
all gonna get the treat that is standing last.
I'm gonna change hands. Maybe that's it.
Oh.
Maybe I'm patting the wrong hand.
I don't know if I could do that.
Mounds versus bit of honey.
That's
now.
okay.
With a Mounds, you got that dark chocolate with a little plaid of coconut.
And that's it. It's the gift that gave, and you ain't getting any more.
And it's
So
gone.
get it and be done with it. Or bit of honey. You hang on to it, it gets stuck in your molars. Like he said, you keep on, it keeps giving. It keeps giving flavor. It keeps producing on you. So I'm hoping for bit of honey. Here we go.
All right.
Wait, I'm switching hands. Here we go.
Nobody's teeth wins. All right,
Nobody's
we're
switching hands.
Ready?
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and
Never
that's what
switch
it
hands.
was.
Never switch hands in the
That's
heat
what
of
it
battle.
was.
Never switch hands.
I thought about it. I went back to the blackboard. I came up with a strategy, and I think I pulled it off. I was really getting jabbed hard in the first
Flavor,
3 or 4
flavor.
rounds.
I'm going back to my original hand.
All
This
right.
is bullshit.
Hey, we're getting down to the championship rounds here. Oh, black licorice against butterscotch.
Are you ready? Oh, lay 'em to rest.
Done. You see that little tombstone just came up.
Grandmas around the planet are like, oh,
Black
yeah.
licorice once lived here.
Butterscotch, yellow wrappers just blowing in the wind because you know you ain't throwing them away. They're too little to throw away. Here we go. We started off in a direction and a path, but now we are here and we are now. And he has mounds and I have those little G-Ma discs of butterscotch goodness.
That's right. It all comes down to this.
Comes down to this
It
moment.
all comes down to this.
What the fuck? Last one standing on 2.
Wait.
1, 2, here, go.
What is it? What was
I did.
I didn't appreciate it.
God damn it. I was
I'm
all.
already rattled.
All right.
Redo.
Redo. Started
Ready?
in scratch. Well, here we go.
And that was it, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner. Butterscotch.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. I want to thank I love Butters.
I tried. I did everything. I stretched. I put my hamstrings into it. I pulled my sleeves up. I tried to bring it home.
You know what? You did the valiant effort. I want to say we learned a very wonder and splendorful thing today alone, just on the rules and regulations of rock, paper, scissors. The immortal question of what is the most sweetest Halloween treat. And I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to walk away from it. I'm going to walk away and I'm going to say that get ready for more flavor like that. With more last one standings. We want to know if you have a suggestion of something you think we should tackle and see what is the last one standing. Feel free to drop it in the comments.
Could be anything. Could be cartoons.
Could be.
Could be movies. Could be shoes.
We're not going to do the Rochambeau. I don't care what he says.
And I want to know, what are we calling that? Is that wall or karate chop? And are we entering it into? And if we do, we have to find something that can beat it.
The rule playbook. This is all important things, ladies and gentlemen. And just like other important things, we know that you guys got a lot of questions out there that you want answers to. So without further ado, we're going to segue into this next little segment we like to call Viewer Questions, here on the Freek Show Podcast.
What up, everybody? We're here with a viewer question. We reached into our magical sack from all across the internationals, pulled out one question, and that question comes from Unknown Juggalo from Parts Unknown. And he simply wants to know, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened on stage? Off the top of my head, first live show outside of Michigan is Twiztid. We're in Los Angeles. Me and Jamie. Hoods, no makeup, a little bit of black around the eyes, and we had these tiki torches, right? They were full-on torches that were cut and boof, lit. So we were out there, and we're rocking, right? Jamie's doing secondhand smoke. We get through secondhand smoke. We're like, man, this is really dope. I look at him, he's got all this black shit in his nose from the smoke coming off of these things, right? So I kind of giggle or whatever. Die Motherfucker Die comes on. Start going again. Boo. Get to the chorus. Die Motherfucker Die, Motherfucker Die. And I did my hands like that for the crowd response. Come back. Die Motherfucker Die, Motherfucker Die. When I did that time, the top of my tiki torch shot in the air 30 feet. A flaming comet the size of a small watermelon comes shooting down. Nobody but me notices this because I'm looking at the crowd like, oh shit, this is about to get somebody right on the melon. Clink. And I'm watching this thing fall, like maybe it'll fizzle out, you know what I mean? Like a comet in the atmosphere. No, the air was making it stronger. By the time it landed, it was the size of a basketball. By the grace of whatever demon was watching, that crowd moved last second. Boof, and it landed in the middle of them. And there was just this huge fire and people went crazy. Insane.
Very, very interesting, sir.
You never know what they're going to ask, but I will always answer honestly.
I appreciate your candor. I appreciate your exclusivity to take the time out of your day to actually address the questions of people out there watching, viewing, people that have been with us for this long-ass ride of us doing this. They don't just hand out podcasts, ladies and gentlemen, to just anyone
Not
at
over
the
here.
Sound Talent Media Group.
Not
I'll
over
have
here.
you know.
That's right. You got to know
Excuse
people.
us. Right. We are not just fall off the turnip truck in front of a case of knucklehead toys. I'll tell you, no, we're not. God damn it.
Now listen up. We're trying to give you information. We're trying to build a bond here.
It's true.
Give you a little insight as to who we are as people. And this next segment, this really gives you a look into who we are.
It's true.
Hustlers, grinders, never
doing this shit.
stoppers.
Been doing this shit since we were un poquito Doritos.
To an ambito vito.
You better know it. And it's important for y'all to understand this because we know that there is that connection with us and a lot of our listeners and people that are out there that actually share the same likes and dislikes that we do, enjoy some of the things that we personally collect. So we put together this next little ditty called the Market Watch. And hopefully, if you like what we like, you'll really dig it. So check it out.
Warning. The views and opinions expressed here are purely speculation and opinion based on current market values and collectibles, past and present. Any monetary investment requires serious research and extreme risk. Don't be an asshole and take anyone's opinions or word as gospel. Do the research and invest accordingly.
What's up? Poof. And welcome back to another segment. This here is called the Market Watch.
All things. Could be a Funko Pop, could be an Air Jordan, could be a Lego, could be a piece of dragon fruit.
Have you ever wanted to ask two people, unreliable sources, that have been collecting things for over 30 years?
Right around 30, at least.
What?
Everything.
To buy, sell, trade, and have in your possession.
Ever heard of the word investment?
Have ya? Well, stick around, because we got some fun for you. You have now entered into the Vintage Toy Zone. My name is Jamie Madrox, and I'm here today to talk to you about 1984's Kenner line of Superpower Friends. One of the most synonymous collections featuring DC comic characters ever produced. It's on the heels coming off Amigo toys, so people were already craving for something. And when that 3 3/4 inch style came into play, it was a done deal. The first series came out on 12-back cards. You can look for those. They all have comic books and accessories and cool fun features. When you squeeze one arm, the legs kick. When you squeeze the legs and some of them, the arms punch. It's a great toy line. Any of the 12-backs are great to get. Any of the characters. We're talking Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. The list goes on. A fun, valuable note is keep your eyes peeled for Series 3 on 33-back cards. All of the same figures, one more time, one last hurrah before they shut the series down. Those are most sought after by collectors and require very, very hefty secondary market values. So, that's a tip from me to you. Hopefully now you've learned a little something more about getting some investment goodness happening in your life. Paul, over to you with some Funko news.
What's up, everybody? Thank you, Jamie, for that amazing introduction. I feel like $1 million. Okay, look, now, with collecting toys, some people collect for the love, some people collect for an investment into resale. And with Funko Pops, that's huge. The secondary market is what I truly believe keeps that thing going. But anyway, nobody likes to buy something that isn't real. And what you really got to watch out these days for are counterfeits. That's right. I mean, you can have it. It used to be you had to check and make sure a sticker was right or the bottom UPC code was right, and you were good. Now you've got to check so many things on these more expensive grails. You got to check sticker. You got to check placement. You got to check the lips. You got to check so many things on it. So be careful. All the information's out there. Tons of people have done it. Google it. Unmasked Jason, counterfeit. And they'll tell you exactly what to look for. Oh, there's no blood splatter. That's not real. Oh, that sticker is smaller and the placement of where it is not correct. That's not real. Do your research. Don't be me. I've been burned enough. It's time to fight back against these counterfeiters. And Funko, hey, how about a little hologram sticker that goes on the bottom, something that can't be counterfeited? How about a little help from you guys, huh? Well, that's it. Watch your money, watch your investments. Nobody likes to do this and be burned. Jamie! Jamie!
Yes! Got it!
It's your turn again.
Yes! All right, thank you, Paul. My God, I had no idea. The things and the depths people will go to try to pull some tomfoolery on you to get your money for some fuckery. Don't let it happen to you. MONOXID's right. Do your research before you make any purchases of any type of value, because money doesn't come easy. So make sure you're spending it on something that's worth it. Speaking of worth it, my last recommendation to you for this episode, 2018's Venom number 3. It's the first appearance of Null the Symbiote God. This guy has become a big deal. He's a big force coming in Marvel Universe comics. Donny Cates is penning the story. There's always a big to-do anywhere Donny Cates is involved. So let that be the first indicator to let you know. I don't want to spoil it for you. These are all names you need to look for. Eddie Brock's son, Dylan Brock. Codex. Second prints and third prints, first time ever in the world, are now worth, in some cases, more than first prints. Do your research. You know the number. 2018 is the year. Venom number 3, the first appearance of Null the Symbiote God. Buy it now before it's too late. I promise you'll thank me you did. Paul, back to you, and then let's get the fuck out of here.
Thank you, Jamie. That is amazing news. You guys go out and get that Venom. Happens to be one of my favorite characters from way back. But now, again, talking about investment, talking about collecting, there's one true thing to every good collector, and that's the hustle. The ability to get up, go out, find that piece, and do whatever you want to do with it. Now, through my snake holes that I get lost in through Instagram, I have found a very interesting Instagram page, and it is called Resell University. Just see, I follow it. Now, Jamie follows, we all follow it. Listen. What they do is they scour the interwebs for deals, stuff that you can go and buy and immediately flip for an immense markup. and they grade it. Like, okay, for instance, they'll be like, Walmart has the AT-AT Lego sets for $16. If you look on eBay, they're selling for $70. So that's a $55 markup or whatever that is. Profit immediately. And they do it with everything. And their goal is to like get you so you could make $1,000 a week with them. If you just get out there, get your hustle on, find these things and get them up. So check them out, man. I've never seen anything like it. Resale University, you are doing the hustle game a super service. And that's all we got for you this week. Check us out next week. We'll have other things, other markups, other interesting tidbits of things that you didn't know were floating around.
What he just said, knowledge is power. You know now. Go out there and make them chips.
So we can only hope that that last segment was a bit informative. As always, we've said it 1,000 times. We can't stress it enough. Always do research on anything that involves monetary gain or spending. Don't be a sucker. Nobody likes a sucker, Pop. Do your research.
The research.
The things that MONOXID taught me. Just on watching and viewing that with you guys, I'm taking a second look now at a lot of my collection and my Funkos and making sure that they have that authentic. And I'm really stressing this is a reason why you might want to get into something like a CAS or a third-party grading system so you know your shit's authentic. And I'm glad you brought that up because that is something that's very important in the toy world that a lot of people just aren't talking about. They're just afraid to talk about it.
It's breaking a lot of people's hearts, man. They're going into their collections and like, oh,
man, that is heartbreaking and earth-shaking to say the absolute least. I don't like it. You don't like it. So make sure that you check to make sure your shit's all official because when you start spending that good money, you want to make sure you got that good quality shit.
Right. You don't want to go to sell it or trade it. And they're like, hey, man.
Right. And then you feel like you're just some kind of asshole. You thought you had the goods.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. You know what? Just for shits and grins, we're going to put CAS's information on here for any people who do want to validate their pops. I know that CAS and AFA are both two third-party grading systems that are grading pops and recently have slabbed a lot of pops. So we'll put that up. And without further ado, we're going to jump into this next one. We're keeping that Halloween vibe flowing here on the Freek Show Podcast. I want to know, you want to know, what are the top 5 Halloween songs of all times?
And who better to tell you who they are than me?
Yeah, I can't wait for this one. Here you go, right now on the Freek Show Podcast.
What up, y'all? It's your favorite serial killer, one half of that demented duo. You can call me Paulie. Right now, what we're going to talk about is the top 5 Halloween songs in the world today. Without further ado, let's get down to it. Number 5, DJ Jazzy Jeff, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Nightmare on My Street. Number 4, from the movie Nightmare Before Christmas, a grand classic. Danny Elfman came with it. 1993, he got on those keys and he started playing, this is Halloween, this is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. So that's your number 4. Trace. Ray Parker. We love you for this, man. What a classic. Ghostbusters, 1984. If you didn't see the movie, like me, I'm gonna go watch it. I promise you, I'm gonna watch it. Go watch it, listen to that song. It just must make you feel good. 1984, coming through with Ray Parker Jr., man. Just busting ghosts. Number 2, duo, dos, uno plus uno. None other than Bobby Boris, Pickett, and the Crypt Keepers. With He Did the Mash, He Did the Monster Mash, the Master Mash. It was a graveyard smash, he did the mash. Monster Mash. And that's all the way. You gotta go way back. Way back, 1962. But that's number 2. 1962, Bobby Boris, Crypt Keepers, keep rocking. And the moment you've all been waiting for. Number 1, numero uno. Could only be one. And that winner is It's Just a Thriller. Oh, Thriller Night. Michael Jackson, 1982. Another one from the 80s. The 80s must have been the year of the Halloweens. The decades. Michael Jackson, thriller, quite possibly one of the scariest videos you've ever seen in your life. Check it out if you haven't. And there it is. That's the 5. 5. Nightmare on My Street, Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince. 4. This is Halloween from Nightmare Before Christmas. 3. Ghostbusters, Ray Parker, Getting It Done in '84. Number 2, going back to the 60s, The Monster Mash, Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Keepers. And your champion, Michael Jackson, the king of Halloween, the king of pop, the king of whatever else you want to make him the king of. But Thriller is your number 1. Thanks for giving me a minute of your time.
Well, there you have it. My top 5 Halloween songs, those are my choices. I went into my own brain, picked through my own cobwebs, came up with my own songs. Now,
Sir, I am impressed. I am amazed. And I am over here taking notes.
you weren't even thinking of that Monster Mash.
My Halloween playlist just bonused up, sir. I'm telling you, I'm adding in all of these. I am going to have the most jump in Halloween playlist, man. There's nothing like Halloween. You just got the whole entire Ghostbusters squad on jam.
Right,
Shout out to the
shouts out to them
Ghostbusters
guys.
squad. Yeah,
Absolutely.
hell yeah. Love you guys. Okay, getting to know us is something that you're gonna do, whether you like it or not. If you are gonna be around here, you're gonna come around these hip pots.
You're going to learn.
You're gonna know who that guy is, and you're gonna know who this guy is. And there's only one way we can really do that, is by sitting in a room and having people ask us questions to get a better idea of who we are.
The most random.
Questions.
The most secrets.
Questions.
Can't believe we answered these.
The strangest, most awkward. The hype is enough. Ladies and gentlemen, the next feature is called Get to Know Twiztid, right here, right now on the Freek Show Podcast. Please do enjoy.
The next segment you're about to see is
A look into our lives, a little deeper. You never know, maybe questions you've never heard us answer, and they're all off the top of it. We don't know what these questions are.
not a lot of people know us, Paul. So this is our opportunity to maybe reach out and get more familiar with you guys.
Absolutely.
So without further ado, let's do it.
Oddly enough, I wear all 3 at the same time.
Ow!
I wear the slipper and the flip-flop on the feet, and I wear sandals on my hands in the winter.
Oh my God. I don't... I'm going to go with house shoes, and that's only in the house. I'm not... house shoes at the house.
You don't go out of the house at all with them?
No, nobody wants to get knocked out of their house shoes. It's silly. No one wears house shoes outside. That's the silliest shit. What if you got to run from some shit? You'll be the first one falling. I don't know. Okay.
The worst gift I've ever received.
Socks.
Syphilis.
Ooh, but gee, I thought I was bad with a pair of Argyles with the double knit in the heel, but you over here, you got a gift of another kind.
It's a bond we're building. We're building a bond.
I'm sorry.
You've learned.
Worst hairstyle.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with the mullet. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. I know a lot of people tried to come back and bring it back and say that it was cool if you do like a handlebar with it and whatever. You got party in the back or up front and whatever. No, I'm saying the mullet. I'm gonna be the only one to say what everybody thinks. I'm saying the fucking mullet is the worst hairstyle.
I'm gonna say my hair, circa the prison picture that we had to take when we got the business in Florida. That, I don't know what you call that. Weird school touchy teacher, mister. I don't know what that was, but that wasn't even a style.
Go ahead, put mine up there too, because if you think his is bad, I'm sure mine is even worse.
I'm going. I want that old red skeleton, where it's just like 8 pieces on one side and like 6 on the other.
He wants the red skeleton. I got the red scalp. It's just a goddamn horror show. Oh my God. We love you guys. This is how much we love you. We're letting you get inside of this layer of us that most normal people don't get to delve. favorite day of the week.
Man, in what we do now, days of the week just aren't the same as it was when you went to school or you had that job where every Friday or every Wednesday you got paid. It's like, honestly, I don't know Monday from Wednesday, from Sunday, from Tuesday. So to say that I have a favorite, I'm going to say it's another day.
I was going to say that any day you wake up is a good day in my book. I'm going to keep it really, really real. But I agree with you, though. Back in the days when you were a kid, it was all about that live for the weekend. And then if you 9 to 5 it, you live for the weekend unless you work double time on the weekend and then you don't have any weekends.
Or you got paid on Wednesday or Thursday, then you live for that Thursday.
Yeah, or if you're night shift, then you live for the night and you're asleep in the day and you really don't know what. So yeah, just any day, every day. Okay.
I like getting hugs from strangers.
He does. I don't. Don't ever try to hug me. I don't fuck around. No. What cheers us up? Let's see. Weed.
Hugs.
I'm saying weed. Because, and the only reason I'm going to say weed is because on everything really, really real, that most of the times when you're having a bad scenario, it can always be heightened and excited by weed.
Yep, you're right.
You know, like you're just kind of like, oh man, we still got like 2 hours before we go on stage. You want to smoke this joint? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
And then it's like, 32 minutes before we go on stage. Well, I got to get my shoes. Yeah, so like,
you're right. You could be having a bad day and somebody can come over and be like, look at this. And
like,
if it's that fire, you forgot about what that bad was.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Oh man, the worst job I've ever had? I've had some doozies. I would say it was the poop scooper before there was poop scoopers, when you just had to use your hands.
It's so gross. Did you wear gloves at least?
No, and then you couldn't scrape it off if it like got dried up on sidewalk. You'd have to, you know what I mean.
Oh, so, hell no.
Nah, no gloves.
Gross.
Shittiest job I've ever had.
Gross. Okay, just oh man. I'm gonna say that.
Remember when you used to fucking jack Folgers out of the back of the
God damn it. That wasn't my. No, that was a good job though. I liked it, that job.
Oh,
This is the bad job. The bad job is when I worked at Wendy's. I worked at Wendy's for 1 day.
That bitch.
And fun fact, they told me I had to wear a uniform. I said, no, I don't wear uniforms. I wore a Nike coat. I paid $90 for that bitch. It was soaked in grease. They were like, your clothes are going to get destroyed. You should wear an apron. I was like, don't. I'll be the one telling around here. Got the biggest paycheck I've ever seen from 1 day of work since I haven't seen a handsomer day of pay since we've worked in the movies.
Yeah.
But that said, yeah.
We were in the pictures.
We were, yeah, but yeah, so I fucked up a $90 coat for a $172 Wendy check.
Oh man.
You guys fucked up.
All right, I got one.
Oh my
Picture
God.
this. Tour bus, 1913.
Ooh.
We're all on it. We're out of our minds high. Somebody stumbles onto the bus and they are piss drunk, right? They crawl to their bed. They fall asleep. The night happens. All of a sudden, that zombie arrives from his bunk. There's only one man sitting in the front of the bus at this time, and it is Matt Nips. This zombie comes out and starts to piss all over the front seat across from Matt Nips. In a very zombie, I mean, he's like every bit of it, right?
Oh.
We're in the back of the bus, grown men, like, Matt,
Screaming.
get up, Matt,
Screaming.
Matt.
I remember he wouldn't wake up. We were screaming for life. You're watching a person that you love asleep in a potential dangerous situation, and all you can do is scream from your bunk because you don't want to get laden with piss.
And then all of a sudden, the pisser turned and seen us and headed that way.
And quickly.
And we were like, ah!
Oh my
Amazing.
God. It was ridiculous.
I've never seen that much piss in a person in my life.
And keep it 1 million.
In my life.
The people that helped clean up the next day are some true friends and road dogs to the END.
He crashes on the couch he pissed in and starts to fountain himself. And that means, it's fucking just up and it's just still, just a slow, there's no pressure to it. It's like somebody turned off the water, but it's still running.
Oh my God.
Horrified. The amount of strewn towel
I can't even
that was taken out of that bus.
God. Pissy.
Ruined,
Pissy. Piss yellow. And I'm talking about Pilsner piss. This ain't no clear piss we talking about. We talking about that thick orange.
The screams, man, when that guy looked and seen us in the back of the bus and made eye contact. Everybody was like, here he comes, stumbling. Still, he was Dick Trickle right out of NASCAR.
Oh my God.
So that's
holy shit.
There's that.
I'm scared. My shit was, oh God damn. I'm gonna leave it at that one. I'm gonna put it.
You were a part of that too.
I was definitely a part of that. No, I screamed from my bunk.
You could share
like
that.
I was terrified by the sight of and the potential idea of my friend who snores, open-mouthed. Potentially even getting a little splash, or even cup of.
Not a drip on him. A drip to the east. A drip to the west. But it never made any on him. The Lord was with him.
Totally safe. Had an angel. Send me an angel right now. You got him. Hey, God bless, Matt Niff.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Twiztid really never left Psychopathic, and they're really in this together.
Oh my God.
And in 5 more years, it's all going to make sense.
Right. That's a good rumor. I was going to say something dumb like nothing. That's game over shit right there. That is the greatest rumor of all. Holy shit. Yeah, I was going to say that how you hear that story about, how you heard that rumor of how Marilyn Manson got those ribs removed. He actually got more ribs put inside. That was where I got nothing. That's killer.
Yours is great.
That's killer. God damn. Wow.
That was it.
That was a good one. Holy shit. I could just hear the message boards lighting up. Bing, 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 bing. I knew it! I fucking knew it! I was right all along! You son of a bitches! You fuckers never loved us! Oh, I love it.
If I had to pick one, I don't know, man. That's tough because they say people have a weird perception of themselves. So I'm going to say I would get Dory from Finding Nemo to play me. I think me and Dory have very similar facial structure. Well, I'll be the voice. She just voiced Dory.
Oh.
I'm a clownfish.
Okay. Well, I was going to say that in my mind it would be Ryan Reynolds or Ashton Kutcher, but in reality it would be Danny DeVito or Jonah Hill. So there's that. What do you want from me?
I mean, you really have to go back.
I built myself up. I mean, I don't know. I want,
the guy that played Raj on What's Happening. Me and
yes.
Like, I don't know.
He said, I don't know.
I like that, though.
That's fair. It's fair.
The last thing we do before we go to bed is kiss each other on the lips for the real thing. Say thankful things to each other.
We do. We gaze into each other's eyes.
Right.
As I brush the hair out of his face and tell him, go to sleep, my sweet child. I will see you in tomorrow's morn.
I eat cereal. That's honestly, I eat cereal every night, laying in bed. I literally am falling asleep with cereal in my mouth, that's when I know I have to stop because I don't want to choke. And that's what's gonna happen inevitably.
It's fucking awesome. I like your style, and I do that as well. That's just not the last thing. I think the last thing I do before I actually go to sleep is I look at my phone, make sure that it's charged up, and that the ringer's on, because I just the way that things are, I just always expect to get some kind of random call at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I don't want my phone to not be ready for it, or whatever. So that's that'll be what I'll say. But the cereal thing is mad good.
I
used to be on a candy kick. Those fun size 3, fun size, and a large vitamin D every night. You can tell. Look at it.
Man.
Look at it.
I'll tell you what. I've been eating Cocoa Puffs like it's nobody's
They're
business.
good. No,
But
you know what's really good? Crave chocolate cereal. That's killer.
Crave is good. That's good chocolate.
That is.
I like that
No, that's
chocolate.
fucking killer.
Another, what I like to call an informative piece of media.
A light shedding moment, if you will or won't.
Entertaining nonetheless, and incisive and more inviting to get inside the minds of Jamie and Paul. And that segment alone is probably of because this is all new.
This is brand new.
This is brand new. So it's all new to us just as it's new to you. That is one of my favorite segments. I'm thinking I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna say I like that segment. I like the Get to Know Twiztid segment, and I also like the Market Report segment. I think those are two important. I think they're very, very, very Jamie and Paul, and I think that's why they're my favorite. They're my mostest favorite.
Yeah,
if I should have to pick, I shouldn't, but I just did.
You shan't.
Do you feel?
But you did.
Is this the first episode, MONOXID? Do you feel that there's anything that we missed out on, or do you feel that we haven't touched on, or anything that you think that maybe we could?
Jamie Madrox, we could be on this show for 64 hours straight
know.
talking about stuff. That's just how we are.
I know.
I did want to, there's one thing that I see all over the place, and I wanted to try it with me and you.
Okay.
And it's not kissing on the lips. It is called On an Island, right?
Okay.
So you're stranded on an island. You're all alone. You only get to pick 3 things. Could be any 3 things in the world, in existence, in your mind. And that's it. That's what you get to ride out with.
Okay.
So I wanted to know, what are your 3 island things?
Okay. See, this is what happens when you ask me questions. I always have to ask you questions
It's
back.
the car picking. I know. You go ahead.
You know how I do it, so
go
I have
ahead.
to ask you questions back. So my questions are, am I allowed electricity on said island?
Well, that would be one of your things. You would
Oh.
say, I want electricity.
Okay, then I definitely want electricity.
Okay.
Okay, and I want. I'm scared to say I'm gonna talk this out with you guys. MONOXID, don't listen. You guys, I want to say phone but then I'm thinking he's gonna pull a fast one on me and tell me service has to be my third one. So now I have electricity to charge the fucking phone, which I could watch, call, and keep up on the outerly worldly things. So I think, you guys think I should do it? Okay, I'm pulling the trigger on it. I'm saying I want electricity, I want a phone, and I want service.
Man. All right.
Oh, I think I beat the system on that one, motherfucker.
Now we
Not my
punch
bad.
those in
Oh, here we
like
go.
that. And that tells you how many days you're going to live. And it says 4.5 minutes.
What?
So
I'm gonna get electrocuted by the first typhoon that comes through because it's just me, asshole naked, all electricity, covering my bits and pieces with a phone. What the fuck?
4.5 minutes.
Oh my God.
I want to know yours. I want to know what yours
shit.
is. I want to punch it and I'm going to tell you. So you tell me what your 3 are. You hashtag these 3 things. Or hashtag, what is it, the island?
Yeah,
I
hashtag
want
the
it
island.
simple.
Put your 3 things in there with hashtag the island. The coolest answers are going to win a prize pack from the Freek Show Podcast.
Oh, wow.
Right here. I'm up in the ante. And I also want to know, for extra credit, if you thought my 3 would even hold up. Even thinking that I could have those 3, like if calling them, I guess you're Magic Genie in that one on that thing.
Well, yes. You punch it in, you come up with an average, and it tells you.
There it is.
There it is.
And just know the winner who will take home this amazing prize pack, we will also get punched up in there, and you will have and there will be a fortune on the top of your prize pack with how many days you have.
Right.
God damn it.
Yes.
I'm not the only one. We want to thank you all, everybody right now who's watching this, who took the time out of their day to sit down, whether you're listening to us and your sweet ginger earlobes have been titillated and titillated by our voices.
Our entertaining miss.
Our very forceful, shoving Halloween in your face voices. You will succumb to the fall. You will be a part of the pumpkin spice.
He said, succumb.
I did, you
disgusting.
fuckers. Okay, so thank you from myself. Thank you from Paul. Thank
Sound
you.
Talent Media.
Sound Talent Media, thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, George. Thank you, Fritz.
Viewers, listeners.
Thank you, Bones Dub. Thank you, everyone who made this happen. This is just the first episode. I
Right,
hope
this is a bisexual show.
No,
wait.
it's a bi-monthly.
Bi-weekly.
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 Jesus Christ. Don't call us the bye guys.
There it is.
I'll punch
So-
you in your nuts. Okay, wait. God damn it, we can't leave yet. yet. We got one more thing, couple more. We have things to say.
Several. I told you, 64 straight days we could do this.
Have a plethora of things to say. God damn it. Go.
Plethora.
Go.
Listen, thank you, Sound Talent Media. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Not only for this, but for that freak show experience that you guys are. Yeah.
October 30th. Freak show experience. I'm not going to say anything more. We'll play the commercial when the fucking credits go out on this. I want to say, because it is about to be about Freak Show throughout October, our next podcast, our episode 2 of the Freak Show podcast, will be a Freak Show spectacular.
Wow.
So until then, thanks again. And we out of this bitch.
What's up, and welcome to the Ask Twisted a Question segment. On this episode, the question was submitted by the unnamed Juggalo, and they wanted to know, what's the craziest thing that has ever happened to Twiztid on stage? Well, unknown Juggalo, let me go ahead and take you back to the beginning days of our career. When we first started, we used to tour a lot with ICP, and we were on a stage, and there was a fire extinguisher that was let off by Shaggy 2 Dope on stage while we were performing. Now, for those of you who know what a fire extinguisher does, it pretty much kills oxygen. So to say we were puking on stage and there was yellow foam and all kinds of stuff, but we took it like troopers. We were always ready. I think that's one thing that's cool about me and Paul. We've always been ready for pretty much anything, spur of the moment, impromptu, if you will. So although we were upset and a bit kind of wondering why that happened, but nevertheless, we were absolute professionals. We went to the side of the stage, puked our guts out, came right back out, finished We Don't Die, and wrapped it up.
On October 30th, Sound Talent Group, in coordination with Live From and MNE, will bring to you Welcome to the Freak Show, a digital experience like none other. 20 years of terror celebrating Twiztid's iconic album Freak Show with a one-of-a-kind digital experience. Twiztid will be performing every song off the album in a very special way. Welcome to the Freak Show. Freak Show. Freak Show.